these Christmas songs are not only just nativity songs, but also second coming songs. Nativity, the story of the Nativity, and everything that played out is a foreshadowing of the restoration.
Kick the devil out, let the light pour in. We rebuilding up the Zion where love can begin, with saints leading hearts through the darkest night. In this sacred place, we'll stand and fight.
Hello and welcome to the Haystack. Today marks 3 years since I started the channel, and I did it off of some remarks that came from the 2022 Christmas devotional, or the First Presidency Christmas devotional. And I did a comparison of how the Nativity is a foreshadowing of the restoration, where you go through the ancient, or the old routine of having the bridegroom or the groom who goes and visits with his father and then sends emissaries, visitors throughout this time, and it's typically about a year of engagement time. And during that time, the bride is preparing herself, but also giving instruction to the bridesmaids. And then it's the bridesmaids, they have to get prepared for themselves. I did a comparison of that, what that meant, the foreshadowing of the first vision, the visit from the Father and the Son with Joseph Smith, and how things have progressed, how we've expanded the Father's home. The Father is expanding his home, And so if you haven't seen those first few videos, go check that out. But this marks 3 years. So, I don't know. I did not know. I kind of just did it impulsively. With it getting close to Christmas time, I want to show you a small tradition that we do. We put ornaments, which we put the various names of the Savior on these ornaments. And we want everything to have very purpose and meaning to it. So, for example, this is the living water. This one is the mediator. This one, that's one my son added. It says, "Love Jesus." This one is the Good Shepherd. This is actually how I proposed to my wife. I was working at Utah State Developmental Center as a program manager. No, I had not gotten that promotion yet. But I decided to take her to Disneyland and to meet my family in California. And so I did that. That's where she decided or learned that she's like, oh yeah, I want to marry this guy. So take her to Disneyland. The way I proposed was that following Christmas, went to her parents' house. At the time it was in Wellsville, and I had special ordered this ornament. And I had purchased a ring, and we put the ornament, or the ring, inside the ornament. Shipped it to her mom, and had her mom hang it up on the tree. And then I kind of just got carried away and gave it to her. I don't even think I asked her to marry me, but she said yes. So this has purpose of our eternal marriage, our bonding together, our union. But everything here testifies of Christ and our sealing to Christ and our sealing as a family. The great counselor, Lord of Lords, the Nativity. And it's funny that Christian Homestead had mentioned on one of his videos, probably multiple of his videos, that these Christmas songs are not only just nativity songs, but also second coming songs. And to me, I'm like, oh yes, it is. Because obviously, one, it is, and two, it matched with that thought I had of the restoration, or the Nativity, the story of the Nativity, and everything that played out is a foreshadowing of the restoration on a macro scale. You have Mary, the Virgin, the church, right? There's a reason why Christ uses these wedding scenes and experiences in building, it's what his parents did. It's what he's familiar with. It's applicable. But you have this Virgin Mary who is pregnant. she looks tainted. You know, the Virgin Church. It looks tainted, but it's not. A lot of people criticize the restoration of the church, and they still do today, saying, "Oh, it's just a copy of Christianity." Oh, no, not Christianity. It's a copy of Muslim stuff. It's a copy of this, a copy of that. In reality, it's the pure, untainted by the doctrines of men. It hasn't sold out its virtues to the will of man. It's the restoration. It's pure, and we're led by a living prophet. So I think when we combine all these different things, it really does foreshadow. You know, the restoration is that engagement scene. The time between the restoration, or the first vision, and today is our preparation for that wedding, for the bridegroom to come. And it's soon. I get it. No one will know the day or the hour. You know, we've gone over this time and time again. Joseph Smith addressed this, saying, "Yeah, no men then living, but the Lord revealeth his secret unto his servants the prophets." What have our prophets been warning us about? Being the people who will receive the Savior at his coming. Yeah, but that still means like another 100 years. Until that generation, you know? No, we are being told everything, it's different than before. The angel flying in the midst of heaven, you know. It's here. We're here. We're getting prepared. The second coming is soon. And it's exciting. I'm finally here in Missouri. I love it here. I did make up a song, get a song made and put it for my intro. Maybe I'll put it for an outro, I guess. But you could listen to the full song on the Haystack Music album on YouTube. But guys, go check it out. Or check out the first videos I did. Obviously I didn't do very good. I'm not very good at doing this. But I do think that the Nativity, the whole scene, everything, there's a lot of details there, and it all plays out, and it's a foreshadowing of the restoration, and we are living in that time. This is the Virgin. This is the Holy Grail, right? You have Da Vinci. Who was it? Not Da Vinci. The movie The Da Vinci Code, the book The Da Vinci Code, they refer to the Holy Grail being a chalice, right? And that chalice actually being a woman. In a way, they're kind of right. It's the pure virgin woman. It's the pure virgin woman. It's the pure virgin church. And you have these, it's essentially the Holy Grail replaced the tree of life. The Old Testament tree of life was replaced with the Holy Grail because Christ was the tree of life. So you have all these Templar knights who gain some understanding of ritual from Israel. They can't speak up because if they speak up what they believe, they'll get killed by the church, which eventually did happen anyways. They fled to Scotland, all these other areas. That's where my family lineage comes through, is a bunch of knights that come out of Normandy, which was ruled by Rollo, who was a Viking ruler for some time, but then they come back up with William the Conqueror, and then they select places in Scotland. So that's my family history right there. It's a mix of all that. To me, I think these are pivotal, important points in history. Preservation points. That's when you had Friday the 13th, and you had all of these Knights Templar being killed. Many fled to Scotland, joined other knighthoods in different groups. But they carried on this like the King Arthur tale. You know, it's no mistake you have Percival, who's piercing the veil and can see the Grail. It's a temple procession ritual. There's an understanding there. It's simply the tree of life played out in the medieval times to their understanding. And look at this. How do we celebrate with this evergreen tree? with symbols of Christ covering it all over. The light of the world. Let's see. Savior. Because we believe and follow Jesus Christ. Everything about the temple is about Jesus Christ. Everything about the Book of Mormon is about Jesus Christ. Everything about our worship in our lives is about Jesus Christ. So, just wanted to share that. Check out those first videos I did. I've been wanting to redo them. In fact, this is kind of an impulsive video, but I probably should redo them. I did a video the other day talking about Karen Hyatt. A lot of people made some presumptions in there, put words in my mouth, say if this then that, and I'm like, no, I didn't say that. She didn't even say that, but yet that's what people are saying, and so I got a whole onslaught of people who just unsubscribed, and that's fine. They misunderstand, and perhaps I'm the one that's in the wrong. I'm just trying to be fair. I don't like the Latter-day Saints with all this vitriol and this. I've never seen Latter-day Saints want to kick out other Latter-day Saints so much in my life, except in those comments. Not just mine from my channel, but from other people's too. I'm like, geez, these people are kind of hateful. Like, first, they're putting words in the other person's mouth, suggesting things that the other person never said. And so I think that's very dishonest. I don't think that's right. It's certainly not Christ-like. But what are you going to do? Let people have their agency. Anyways, have a Merry Christmas, and I hope you enjoyed the new intro. Take care.